should GTA be $80 plus? GTA 6 be $80 plus?
So no, like obviously, will it be worth that money? Obviously, because they're going to make 10 times more than that with shark cards and all that kind of crap.
Yeah.
But honestly, and I was kind of when I read this when I was seeing this article earlier, like earlier in the week, I was like, why are they hoping for this? And then I heard kind of funny say it's like, oh, so that way they can like, and I know it has to do with inflation. And
Yeah.
if these tariffs go through, they're going to see an increase in prices anyway. So I think this is like you know how when a big star in football, like in the NFL, comes up for a big contract and they're like the best at their position, they always use the term reset the market. Like I think
Yeah.
they're looking to see if this is going to reset the video game cost market and pricing market,
Yeah.
because they can say, oh, inflation, oh, this, so like it's just basically a cop out essentially to make
Yeah.
justify it even before, like, because I mean, by the time stuff like that takes effect, it'll be several months to several years before it takes full effect, I think. um so I don't know, should it be $80? I mean, just look at the amount of money GTA 5, like, to play devil's advocate, the amount of money GTA 5 brought in was insane, and that was a
Yeah.
$60 game. Now that games are 70, this being $80, like, again, you can justify it saying, oh, it's only 10 more dollars, but also at the same time, it's like, if there was any game to do it, this game would have the gumption to it because Rockstar knows what they do. They know
Yeah.
what kind of quality games they put out. They could get away with it. And I mean, let's be fair. You know, this is going to be way out in left field, like, but this is a Derekism if there ever was one, or a Derek comparison if there ever was one. Sort of like, it's like, man, a crackhead never goes a day without having to get money to crack. You going to let him outwork you? So it's like, it's like, if you're going to complain about the price, people going to find a way to pay that $80 up front, bro. Let's be fair.
True. Like GTA 6 is going to be the biggest game release of
Whenever it
potentially all
drops.
time,
Yeah.
whenever it comes out, because GTA 5 since 2013 has been dominating the industry and is still in the top of MPD numbers, constantly is making money off of its online side of things. Should it be $80? No,
No.
it shouldn't be.
But
And
again, because of who does it, and
yeah,
because of the legacy of what the series is, will people pay that $80? Of course. Now,
yeah,
this was like, and this is not, I know we're both excited for the game, but let's just call a spade here. No disrespect to South of Midnight, it looks fantastic, but because it's a new IP and an unknown property, they charged $80. It would not get the sales
no,
because it's an unknown quantity. This being, and I know Dan just said, like, Dan says, Rockstar getting greedy. It's like, I get it, but let's
yeah,
be fair. Like, it's sort of, to play devil's advocate again for the other side, it's sort of like when all this scalping was happening, like back
yeah,
during COVID and whatnot, like with game consoles. Like, yes, we can be mad that they're charging thousands upon thousands of dollars for this game console that you could literally pay $600 for when it comes into a mom and grop shop or online. But don't be mad at the player, be mad at the game. Like,
yeah,
yes, we can all get mad and rise up that say Rockstar is going to charge $80 for this. But if people pay for it, we should be more mad at the people who are willing to shell out the money than Rockstar themselves.
yeah. You got to vote with your wallet, and like for me, it's going to set a precedent. Like if GTA can charge $80, then everybody else is going to start moving towards charging $80, because they're going to be like, well, our game is a quadruple A.
Yeah.
Star Wars Outlaws, our game is a quadruple A. Of course, we deserve to charge that much money. And it's like, no, like for me, it's like, yes, I know games cost more and more to make. It costs more to make a game now
Mhm.
than it ever has.
Correct.
And the money doesn't go as far as it did, 5-10 years ago. And that's why we're paying $70.
Correct.
But, to Michael's point, is
Yeah.
like they could give away this game for free and still make billions on in-game purchases. They're the only going to charge because $80 because they can. And
Correct.
you think about how many times was GTA 5 free?
Correct.
so many times it
Yes,
was given away for free because they
it
knew
was on
that,
Game Pass.
yeah, they knew that people would jump on it and be able to make tons of money off of the in-game purchases. And that
Correct.
is definitely what we're going to be getting into here.
And
But
I
if
mean, and to justify that point too, it's like, look at like freemium games, right? Like, look at Fortnite. Fortnite is completely free, like, yeah, and you charge for skins that add no. People are paying, crazy amounts of money for stuff that is
yep,
cosmetics. It's not even stat boosters, and it is ridiculous. And like, to go to a point earlier in the quick hits, like Genshin Impact settles on the loot box violations and pays the $20 million fine because look, and they can get away.
yeah,
Like, if most studios did that and be like, man, I don't know if we'll go to court over this because we ain't paying no 20 million. But Genshin, because of how much money they've made across their entire games library, they can get away with this thing. Like, that's chump change. We'll make that back ASAP.
the annual revenue for
Mhm.
Genshin Impact from last year was $1.56 billion
With a B. Yeah,
with a B.
20 million's chump change. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, man. Like,
Yeah,
like
someone used that to wipe their butt before they paid off that fine.
correct. Correct.
And to the point of Marvel Rivals has been out for maybe a month so far,
Yeah.
something like that. It's already made $136 million off of its skins.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? So
Crazy.
it's free to play, and yeah, GTA could do the same thing, but why would they when they
Right. Like, why
know
would they? They
they
could
could charge?
$80 is the subscription you pay, and then the rest of it is like, pay as you go. So yeah, to Michael's point, they could definitely give it away for free and still make billions of dollars. But because it's like, why would we just settle for free when we could make an extra
Yeah,
$80 on top of the hundreds of dollars you'll spend in Sharkcast in just that year?
yeah. So Derek, here's my question to you because we
Hmm.
we know it will at least be $70.
Correct.
Do you think they set a new record this time around? Because GTA 5 set a record for how much they sold within a very short amount of time. And
That they'll break that in a day, man. Like that,
yeah,
like, again, just the anticipation. Like, when they revealed GTA 5, not remaster, but the port, when it came to new consoles, people lost their minds because it's like, oh, is this six? Is this going to be a six announcement? And it wasn't. Like, the anticipation is so hot; it's at a boiling point right now
yep,
that they could shadow drop it tomorrow, and people would just be lined up out the doors, like waiting right there. People would go, like, literally camp out now
oh
and to
yeah,
guarantee a copy of the game.
yeah,
So yes, I do think it will set a record. I think it'll set first day, first 3 days, first week, first month. It'll definitely break records. I mean, let's be fair, because of how much money GTA 5 has made, it's going to break records for
yeah.
sure.
And it definitely has to launch day one with its online component because that's something
Yeah,
that,
they can't do the 2 week delay of, like,
yeah,
launch the main game and then the online components 2 weeks later. They can't do that.
yeah, they can't do that because they did that with Red Dead, and then Red Dead died pretty fast on the online side. I know they're still making stuff for it or were,
Yeah.
but I know GTA 5, it took months before it came really online. And it's like they know when they launch this game that GTA 5's cash cow is dead. So they have to make sure that this is ready to go.
Right.
And just to kind of wrap this up, and I know we've talked about inflation, we've talked about a lot of things, but to use like the tariffs as a point of, oh, we've got to increase money or got
Yeah.
to increase charges. Rockstar is based in America.
Right.
So tariffs, like, yes, I know there are developers that are in Mexico and
Mhm.
across the world, but it's like you cannot use tariffs as your reason to charge more for
Why
your game.
not? I mean, COVID was the biggest excuse for the
Man,
longest
that
time for delays and all that crap. So
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna start using the bubonic plague as as my excuse. The rats, Derek, the rats.
right.